name's Janelle and welcome back to another Behind the Brand video. It is currently Monday morning and yesterday the Pansy pattern officially went live, and oh my goodness, I am just so completely overwhelmed by the love and support you've shown this pattern. I didn't film the actual launch yesterday because I was just a bundle of nerves, and it really is just so overwhelming getting the pattern ready. As soon as it goes live, I have a whole list of things I have to check to make sure everything's gone smoothly. I spent a good hour after the pattern went live making sure all the links were working in the video I'd posted, and I have to post all of my social media and answer questions because there were a fair few questions popping up straight away, mainly about the sewing kits, which I'm just so completely overwhelmed by the support for the sewing kits. They sold out in under 10 minutes, which is absolutely crazy. I was completely blown away. Basically yesterday I just spent a whole chunk of the day crying because I was just so completely overwhelmed by the support. Yeah, so thank you so much if you've purchased a copy of my Pansy pattern so far, especially if you purchased on the actual launch day, because yeah, you just absolutely made my year. It was the most successful pattern launch I've done so far. It felt completely overwhelming, and yeah, I hope you can tell by my high excitable energy in the start of this video just how buzzing I am. I actually have quite a busy week this week because I have at the moment about 75 orders I need to package, which I don't think I've ever had that many orders sitting in my pending section on my website that need to be packaged. It's definitely going to take a few days of packaging to get all of those orders out, and I'm so grateful and so excited to get started on those. But I'm hoping to take Friday off this week because Matt and I are going away as a little birthday treat for me. It's a big birthday this year. I'm turning 30. So yeah, we're going to a really nice area of Tasmania called Stanley, and I haven't been there for a long time, and I'm just really looking forward to celebrating just how amazing this week was, and also celebrating my 30th birthday, and yeah, I'm really excited about that too. By the time you're watching this video, actually it will have just been my birthday, and the weekend this video goes live I'm planning on doing a big 30% off sale of all of my patterns to kind of celebrate this big birthday milestone. I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been dreading turning 30, so I kind of want to do as many fun things as possible to celebrate the occasion, instead of dreading it, just be excited by it. So if you use the code that I have on the screen now, you can get 30% off all of my patterns for this weekend only. If you're watching this video a few days later, just try the code just in case, because I probably will end up extending it by a few days. But normally I exclusively share my discount codes with only my newsletter subscribers, but this one I'm going to share with everyone because turning 30 is a big deal and I think it's worth celebrating. But yeah, enough chit chat. It's time to get on with packaging these orders, and yeah, I'm very excited to get started. I'm going to be starting with the sewing kits because they obviously were the things to sell first. But I wanted to show you, I actually ended up getting some new thank you cards. This one here is pretty much exactly the same as my original thank you card. It's just in a different colorway. It's got a little printed note on the back, and you get this with your order basically. And what I like is that you could potentially like stick that on your fridge or hang it on your wall as a little mini art print. But I'd noticed a lot of people who were ordering patterns had already ordered one in the past, and they'd obviously already received the You're Better Than a Dress with Pockets thank you card. So I wanted to make a new one just for people who were reordering. So I made this cute Have a Lovely Day card instead. And this one I've left blank on the back so I can actually write a customized note to the customer, and that's what I've kind of spent this morning doing. I've got a whole pile here that I've started writing up ready to go in the orders because so many of you yesterday that purchased were returning customers, which just means a lot that you want to continue supporting me. So yeah, let's get packaging up these orders. Alex was officially the first person to purchase the Pansy pattern, so thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate the support. Alright, so here's the first batch of orders packaged up. I haven't counted how many there are there yet, but I don't even think I'm halfway yet. But I thought I'd stop here, print off the shipping labels for this lot, run them over to the post office, and then we can continue on. Oh, I just can't stop looking at them all. I just feel so grateful for all of these orders. I can't believe it. By the way, I got a new bracelet on the weekend. I've actually gotten it soldered on, so it's a permanent bracelet. And look how cute it is. It's just like the daintiest little chain. This is a little birthday gift from Matt, and I just love it so much. And I love the fact that it's soldered on, so it's on there forever. Before I get in and start packaging up some more orders, let's take a quick moment to talk about the sponsor of this video. This video has been very kindly sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community of thousands of inspiring classes for curious and creative type people. If you enjoy my YouTube channel and other channels like mine, then you're going to love Skillshare. Skillshare is known for being an amazing resource for photography, film and video editing, illustration, and all kinds of professional development. But did you know there are hundreds of craft-focused classes on Skillshare too? Whether you're a casual crafter, a craft extraordinaire, or just getting started, there are classes for all skill levels, and each class is broken down into bite-sized lessons, making it super easy to learn new skills whenever you have a pocket of time. I love learning new crafts, and I always have at least one craft project on the go at any given time. So far this year, I've learned so many new crafts through Skillshare, including quilting thanks to a class called Sewing Your First Quilt Block by Esther Narioshi, and also embroidery thanks to a class called Painting with Thread by Danielle Clough. And I'm so proud of what I've managed to make from the skills I've learnt in these classes. So if you'd like to try out some new crafts and check out Skillshare for yourself, then the first 1,000 people who click the link in the description below this video will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. Thanks Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Okay, day 3 of packaging up your pansy pattern orders. I decided yesterday to focus on packaging up as many orders as I could, and I'm so glad I did that because now I currently have about 14, I think, orders remaining left to pack and send off. So yeah, the end is definitely in sight. I have to say though, I have thoroughly been enjoying myself this week. Packaging orders is so much fun. It's, yeah, just so exciting to be getting this many orders through as well. So I'm just constantly feeling grateful and have constantly got a smile on my face about it all. And yeah, it's just been a really good week for my business, and it just means a lot to have all of your support. So yeah, let's get on with packaging up these last few orders, and then I have to make another trip to the post office. I think this will be trip number 5 in the last 3 days. I think they're getting sick of me over there, not gonna lie. Also, I randomly got a package from Vistaprint yesterday, which is who I get my thank you cards printed through, and they sent me my order again, which is really interesting, but I'm happy about it because I was running really low on these Have a Lovely Day cards and I was gonna have to order more. Super happy about that. can head off to the post office. I've actually got one remaining order that has a rosa pattern in with the pansy pattern, and I'm officially out of stock of the rosa pattern and I need to restock them. Luckily, I have a batch of rosa patterns that have just arrived the other day, so I can unfold this now and fold up one of these to be able to send off with the order. And as you can see here, I'm also running very low in stock of the daisy pattern and the willow pattern as well. And I've managed to condense all of the remaining pansy patterns into one crate as well. So I've got a free crate to put some rosa patterns in. I also have a bunch of pre-folded pansy patterns here that just need to have the instruction books made up to be able to package all of those as well. So yeah, basically the rest of today is just going to be all about restocking the patterns, especially because I've got this 30% off sale coming up. Yeah, I really need to restock the patterns for that as well. So it will feel good to get all the stocks replenished, ready for that. So yeah, right now I'm going to clear up this table, unroll the rosa patterns, and then quickly fold one up to be able to send these orders off. And then I will be folding up all the remaining rosa patterns too. It's going to be quite a full-on afternoon, I think, of restocking patterns, but I'm keen to show you kind of the process. Even though I've shared how to make the paper patterns in previous behind the brand videos, I haven't really gone into detail about how I keep all of the stock, so that might be interesting for you to see. But yeah, let's get on with it. After a fair few hours of folding up patterns, I decided to go for a nice long walk, and we have had so much rain in the last week or so, and so the water levels were getting pretty high. There's usually a pool right in the middle here, so yeah, that was a bit concerning. Okay, so it's the next day now. I actually ended up spending all of yesterday afternoon just folding up patterns, and it feels so good to have so many of them folded up because honestly, that is not one of the funnest parts of my job. I ended up going for a nice long walk afterwards because my back was killing me and I needed to stretch it out and get some fresh air, so that was really nice. And so the plan for today is to stitch up more instruction books and then package up the patterns that need restocking. It is currently super rainy and stormy outside, which isn't good for that flooding that we're having at the moment. And it also means that it's quite dark and gloomy in here today, so sorry about the lighting. I also mentioned yesterday that I wanted to show you a little bit of how I store my sewing patterns because I obviously need to have a little bit of stock handy. Luckily, folded up sewing patterns don't take up that much space, so I basically just have 2 storage boxes where I keep everything. Let me show you. So I do store most of my packaged up patterns here on this shelf just so they're easy to reach, and they're kind of on display too, which is nice, so I can see all of my hard work. But then I also have 2 storage boxes where I basically store some excess folded up patterns and the pattern envelopes as well. Any excess patterns I have, I keep in here folded up. They're not usually packaged. I do have a few packaged ones in here that can't fit on the shelf at the moment. But that's basically what I do. And so now I've pulled these out because I'm going to need some pattern envelopes today. I then also have a bunch of pre-printed instruction books ready to be stitched up. I like to have these handy so I can work on them whenever I've got a spare moment, which is pretty much never, but I've started working on the Rosa pattern instruction books this morning. Hopefully I can get as many of these done as possible today. I was planning on going and getting some more of the Pansy instruction books printed this morning, but I don't know if you can hear the rain. It is absolutely pouring out there, and there is no way I'm leaving this house if I don't have to. So I think I'm going to leave that for next week. Let's get started on stitching up some of these instruction books. I have to admit, it is very satisfying to see this shelf nicely restocked with all of the patterns. But yeah, now I'm just going to spend the day tidying up the house, packing for our weekend away, and like I said, I'm taking tomorrow off and I'm so looking forward to a break. After a very busy couple of months, it's just going to be so nice to relax for a whole weekend. I don't remember the last time I haven't worked on a weekend, to be honest. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. So I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed seeing what goes on behind the scenes of an indie sewing pattern company. If you did enjoy this video, I have a playlist with a whole heap more of these types of videos, so I'll have a link to that below if you did want to keep watching and see some more of my behind the brand videos. Thank you so much for watching until the very end, and I'll see you in the next video. I thought I would end this video by sharing a few snapshots of our time away. We had such a relaxing time and I feel very much well rested, and yeah, thanks so much for watching this video and for all of your support.